That.
Your teeth white?
Okay. You're recording.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm recording. My name is Michael J. Sevenski.
When were you born?
January the 20th, 1947.
Where were you born?
Lansing, Michigan. My mom's name was Helen Walla. My dad's name was Carl Sevenski. I was the youngest of 6 children. It was nice to have older brothers and sisters because you could do almost anything you wanted. And you was the youngest child. We always had things to do, places to go, so we weren't playing in the woods, we were playing marbles, kites, stuff like that. Stuff that you made yourself.
Where did you grow up? Did you move around a lot?
No, we didn't. We lived on Ingham Street practically all our life in Lansing. And that was the old neighborhood. We knew every kid on the block. We used to ice skate a lot. We had to walk to the ice skating rinks, throw our skates over our back, and then walk to the ice skating ring. It's probably 1.5 miles, 2 miles away. You didn't get no ride to the ice skating rink. They did have a hot house, so you didn't freeze.
Were you good at ice skating?
Oh yeah, we'd always challenge a hill that you weren't supposed to be on with skates. That's where we were doing what we wasn't supposed to be doing. Going down a sledding hill on skates. The ranger would kick you off. A lot of friends. Best friend is Michael Ozier.
Is he the longest friend that you've had?
Yeah. He's the longest.
Where did you both meet?
High school. Ever since high school, I think we were juniors. Just before we could get in trouble.
You weren't there to ask how you guys met?
I think I gave him a ride home from school. I seen him walking home and I said, "You need a lift?" "Yeah, I'll take one." That's how it all started with Mike Ozier. Now he knows everybody in the family. Knew all my uncles and aunts. Like he was part of the family. Sandy's friend, neighborhood friend. That's how we met.
How old were you?
18 and a half, 19. She was hot. She looked like she could buy beer.
Just pretty much any time you have like a memory or something that you want to share,
Oh,
or
we
even
always
if
had
it's like
animals, dogs, cats.
There you go.
Always had those. Oh, they was all pretty much. I need a pill. Yeah, pretty much. We're the same. Great dogs.
Big dog.
Big dog.
When did you know you wanted to marry Memes?
When did I know? Well, it was cold in February, so I didn't like sleeping by myself. So it's really cold sleeping by yourself. So I wanted to marry her, show her the world.
How long did you date before you married?
Ooh. 1 year? Something like that, close to that. We got married and then we went to Fort Carson, Colorado with a suitcase in our hand. $700 cash.
A lot of money
Headed
back
for
there.
Colorado Springs.
And you were in the Army because of
Yeah,
that,
I
right?
was in the Army.
How long were you in the Army?
2 years.
And what did you do?
Generator operator and maintenance man in the motor pool.
Did you like being in the Army?
Yeah. On the weekends, I'd drive the Rainbow Bread Company. Deliver bread. But it was only on Sundays.
Didn't Mike and Nancy end up in Colorado with us?
Oh, yes, they did. I got him a bread truck job.
Didn't you and Mike have some kind of a thing with horses at the Garden of the Gods?
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
Well, when you ain't got much to do, you drink beer and get stupid. And
Couldn't ice skate.
couldn't ice skate in the Garden of Gods, so we decided to go for a horseback ride.
Where'd the horses come from?
They were just tied up there. Nobody using them,
And what happened?
so they come after us. Horse thieves, horse thieves. You know what we do to horse thieves around here? Well, I never went back to Colorado. I stayed away from Colorado. I didn't want to be no horse thief.
How come you weren't sent to Vietnam?
Lucky, I guess.
See, I heard that you were pretty good at the generators.
Oh, well, that's where they needed them, Vietnam.
I also heard
And
that
you would fix them or repair them and then they'd send them over. That's why I was told they didn't send you over there because you were too valuable doing that.
Really?
Yeah.
Nobody ever told me that.
What about your mother, Mike? What did she do every day when you were in
She
service?
prayed a lot for me.
She went to church every day and prayed not to
Probably
go to
prayed.
bed.
I know if she didn't go to church every day, she prayed every day for me. She was scared to death.
How many of your siblings were in the war?
Uncle Carl was drafted, and Uncle Richard was in National Guard. He was in the MPs, and Uncle Carl was a cook. All three of us were in the military. That was quite a trip moving back to Michigan. We had a '61 Pontiac Catalina, and it was a pretty classic car then. And I think we did spend the night coming home. So it was great to be back home and not be in the service anymore.
How old was Renee when you moved home?
6 months. 6 months old. Did we stay with Francis or Mom and Dad or my mom and dad? We stayed there for a couple of weeks until we got an apartment. It was it's over by the airport, Lansing Airport, and it was pretty close to Waverly Road, I guess. I was already in GM, so all the time that I took to the service it counted as retirement stuff for GM.
Okay.
I was working on the assembly line. The first job was tow-in. It's adjusting the front end of the car. And you work your way up to better jobs.
What was one of your favorite cars you owned? Because I know you would own a lot of nice cars. How about the one that Mom dropped the transmission out of?
Chevy.
Chevy?
You bet Chevy.
Where was that? Where was you at on the transmission?
When I was
Airport Road?
dragging on Airport Road.
Drag racing.
I dropped him off at work.
Oh my
She didn't
gosh.
drop
Made
the
20 bucks.
transmission. She might have thought she dropped the transmission. Yeah, she was pretty busy herself when I was working. It's our first house we bought on Astor Street, right close to Lansing Hospital. Lansing General, no. Wait a minute. It's on Green Lawn.
Being medical.
Ingham Medical now.
When did you guys move into the Calamo home?
That was in the 70s. Joyce and Larry had something to do with it. Larry knew the builder, Mike Davis. He knew it was for sale, so we took a look at it and Amy really liked it. Fell in love with the old farmhouse.
So how has having grandkids impacted your life?
Grandkids? Oh, they're the best. They're great. They're Grandkids are wonderful. That's why they're here. For grandma and grandpa to enjoy.
Are they better than your regular kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit higher.
A little bit higher?
They're higher on the pedestal.
What about the great grandkids?
Oh, they're higher, yeah. Grandkids.
In what ways has God proven himself to you?
Oh, wow. When I was growing up, my mom and dad went to church every Sunday. Our kids went to St. Mary's in Charlotte. We usually went to church every Sunday. So we was involved in church a lot, especially at St. Mary's. The kids remember the carnivals and all the good times. We had a lot of good people in church. My mom's mom and dad and my dad's mom and dad are both originally from Warsaw, Poland. They come over here to work. Where's the Statue of Liberty?
That's in New York.
In New York.
Mhm.
Probably come in through there.
Did your mother work?
No, my mother never did work. She had 6 kids to take care of.
What did your dad do?
He worked at a drop forge, federal drop forge, for 45 years.
How did we basically end up having God's country to go to?
That's where my dad was from, and his whole family of 7 sisters and 6 brothers. Dad bought the property that we have from Ori Webb. It was an 80-acre farm, and him and his cousin bought 40 apiece. Uncle Frank had a big farm, Uncle Mike.
What is the biggest obstacle you've overcome in your lifetime?
I think I got it. I think I quit drinking in August 71. 81, excuse me. Then a year after that I quit smoking, so I guess that's why I'm still alive now.
Which one was harder?
Quit smoking. It's the hardest.
How long were you a drinker and a smoker for?
Since you was 18 and you took the cigarettes and you rolled them up in your shirt like an adult, because everybody had them there.
Oh, yeah.
And the next thing would be old enough to buy beer after you could smoke cigarettes at 18, I guess. But it just seemed like everybody was doing it, so everybody did it. Till they got smart and quit. Mimi quit and I quit. Must have did a lot of good. I'm 71 going on 72. My mom's side had bad. She passed from cancer, and her mom passed from cancer when she was real young, so we got the real aggressive cancer genes, which, if you compare to them in the 70s to me in the 2000s, I've lived fought cancer for 9 years. They wouldn't even have a chance for 2 years back in the 40s, 50s. There was so much advance in cancer, so I fought it for 9 years. Maybe I'll get another 9 months.
What is the biggest life lesson you've ever learned?
Oh, I think that believe in God, because I've been lucky all my life, for Christ's sakes. I've just been so lucky. It makes you feel good when you go to church.
Actually, I would like to know, since all 4 of your children were athletes and were involved in sports, why was that so important that we had to do sports?
That's a good question. I always wanted to be proud of you guys. And you did well, all of you. Did real well.
You play sports?
You accomplished more than I had ever accomplished in high school or any other school.
And you
I just
coached
wanted
too,
you-
right?
Yeah, I
think I remember
coached. I
seeing
just wanted to
pictures.
keep pushing you. I was proud of everybody.
What sport did you coach?
T-ball, softball in the summer,
I think you did football too, didn't you?
football,
Pony League,
pony league.
Little League.
Spent a lot of time. A lot of equipment I bought these kids. Kicking shoes, gloves, and hats.
Never missed a game.
Never missed a game.
What about
Shalat lost a game where Cammy broke her finger.
Yeah.
Sevenski breaks finger, Shalat loses. We were in the middle of
Speaking of
everything.
football coaches, who was your favorite bowling partner?
Bowling partner, gotta be John McGuire.
Here comes Mike with all those kids hanging out the window of that station wagon.
John McGuire.
You a pretty good bowler?
No, but it was fun.
Long season, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a long season.
What are some of your favorite memories of the kids not including sports? Like Uncle Mike hanging from a tree or...
Yeah. Camping, I guess. Always camping.
Mm-hmm.
Special.
Camped a lot. That was fun. Gather up your firewood. And go to the state park and just have a blast.
Try to
I
fit in.
guess. We did a lot of summer things too, fishing.
Yeah. When you were in Florida, we sent you to Burger King to get some food. What happened?
They run out.
You didn't come back. Where were you?
I was busy.
I think your wife found you, didn't she?
I think they did too.
Where were you at?
A bar.
What kind of a bar?
Taco bar.
Are you getting?
How could you get ejected from playing outfield in a softball game?
Oh, throw your glove.
Sure
in
you
the air.
will. You damn near hit the ball too.
Yeah.
Threw your glove up in the air trying to catch the ball?
Catch it and then come back down and catch it again.
They didn't like that.
Stopped it. No, they didn't like that.
What was the name of your team? Charlie's
Charlie's Angels?
Tunas.
Charlie's too.
Charlie's
Tunas.
Tunas.
Oh, yeah. I played ball myself after work.
Charlie's Tunas.
Fast
We
pitch.
were terrible.
Fast pitch?
Fast pitch. Fast pitch was a biggie back then.
What was your favorite sport?
Football, I'd say. I don't know. I used to like to watch football. I didn't play much.
Watched a lot of boxing.
Boxing. Friday night at the Frights. Yeah, we used to watch a lot of boxing. That's gone now. Now it's basketball and football.
Do you have a favorite sports team?
Lions, I'd guess. I think now it's Dallas.
Dallas.
I think now it's Dallas.
Mike, I heard a story about when you were in Alabama. We went to the casino. What happened to you in the casino?
I had 2 Cokes and I got her something to drink. And I just about lost my
I
pants.
did, right to the floor.
I said, take one of these quick.
I'm suspended.
Pants were on the ground.
Pants.
Lost them
I'm sure
outside
the-
too, working on the
Sure the
sunburn.
cameraman seen that.
I feel like it's common that Pa loses his pants because I have quite a few memories growing up where I open up the front door and he's standing there with his pants around his ankles.
That's when the
Don't
bees
say
got
that.
him?
The bees got in his pants.
Oh, the bees.
What were your thoughts when Nene won that horse?
Oh my God, what are we gonna do with a horse? He was pretty. Rockin' Riker was a pretty horse. Then when I ended up feeding it most of the time, it's time for Rocky to find a better pasture.
Who helped you build the lean-to?
Who did? Ron,
Remember
Ron and Larry.
Larry and Steve Tobias.
Steve, see there?
What'd you call that horse shed, Pa?
Shit.
What'd you call it?
The shit shed. Just keep that poor horse dry, that was about it.
Anna had asked me a while ago, what's my favorite memory of you?
Who?
Anna had asked me, it's kind of, you know, you kind of think about it, favorite memory,
Okay.
because we got a lot of them. And I remember when I was in the punt, pass, and kick, that you would come home and you went and you made the cardboard lines. You got the pieces of cardboard from Larry Cord, and you made the cardboard lines, and we put it out and we work on it, and then going to punt, pass, and kick to the finals, because you weren't here when I won it with my plaid pants.
Yeah.
And I remember it's when I got the new pair of track tennis shoes, and I gave it to the kid because they had cleats on. And I remember it was always the kick that I screwed up on, the kicking it straight. And I remember kicking it, and I know that I kicked it well, and it was at Sexton. And I looked up in the stands, and there you are, that big smile like that,
Really?
you know?
I remember all the sports. Michael and I were so close in age, and we were all on varsity, and we all had a game, and Michael would be on one field and Renee and I would be on the other, and we always had double headers. Dad would be at Mike's first game, Mom would be at Renee and I's first game, and then the next game they'd switch. Dad would come to mine, and then Mom would go to Mike's, and they never missed a game. Always there, if it would be basketball, football, and even if Dad was on second shift, and Ryan and Mike had a football game Friday night, he snuck out of work and he was still there.
Uncle Ryan, favorite memory?
State Journal Sports, eat my shorts. That's the had made up.
What?
State Journal Sports,
Oh, yeah.
eat my shorts.
Preston's hats.
Preston's hats.
It's like he had a new one. He had a new one every other week.
Remember those? When we used to get all
Remember
that?
them big square hats? You'd have Preston
all
made
that
up. They
bad
always had a
press.
new one.
From
Dad,
State
can I wear the
Journal,
hat? Dad, can I wear the hat?
And it said state, and it had a picture of Bart Simpson on it. You remember that? But the state journal used to write trash about the football team because of the convicts. Probably the humor. Somebody says some of the funny, I don't know what you call it, the wit or just some of the stuff that you would say at the tip of a tongue that would just be like
Yeah,
so
pretty,
funny. I mean,
pretty quick for a guy that doesn't talk much.
The guy that was a Navy SEAL, and he asked him if he could, bounce a ball on his nose. And probably the funniest one is when we'd always go up north deer camp, and I always ask Dad, "Are you afraid the boogeyman's gonna get Mom?" He'd always say, "You give her back." Some of the comments out of the blue, and there's probably hundreds of them that everybody could think of, but that was probably always some of the funniest. He'd always, in any situation, he would say something that would be funny that you'd just never think he'd make something up that would be.
Well, I remember when, I think it might have been when Aunt Renee broke her ribs and she was staying here. And she grabbed a carton of ice cream and she was eating it with a spoon, no bowl. And he goes, "Damn you, Sweenya!" And that's how I learned how to say pig in Polish. What about favorite memories with your grandkids?
Any of them have temper tantrums?
Yeah. Who was the
Yeah.
worst grandchild?
Oh, I enjoy going to their concerts and all of them.
You're welcome for not putting you through that.
Any of them throw a shoe at you?
Band things and their concerts and her plays. And,
Remember the grandson that called you an a-hole?
And threw a shoe at
Yeah.
you?
At 2 years old,
He
he
was
threw a shoe
mad.
at you?
it was
What was his
man.
name?
Con man. Guy at the band thing says, "What's this, con man?"
Did you give any nicknames to your grandkids?
A few,
Connor was
Buck
Buck
and a banana.
and a banana.
Nicknames.
What do you call me all the time?
Sis,
Sis.
And Stevie.
Stevie. Back here moaning. What is Stevie's? What's your nickname, Stevie?
Pot liquor.
Kashuba?
Kashuba?
Pig farmer's another one. Well, we went from retiring to GM to watching Connor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They want Stevie.
And Stevie.
And Stevie.
Yeah.
Sis, I had to work when Sis needed to be watched. She had to go to the babysitters.
What about Dawn? You have any memories of Dawn?
Oh, sure.
What kind she have?
What kind of memories did I have?
How about that great mother that she has? We promised to
Oh,
mention
that's
her.
right.
Don't forget to
Mom.
mention her mother.
Yeah.
Don't mention. Yeah.
A good girl.
What did you
That's
say
good
about
girl.
women
She
that
was a
drink
good
out of
girl.
beer
I don't
bottles?
know. She didn't even do
You let me
anything
drink out of
wrong.
beer bottle?
What did you say about women that drinks out of beer bottles?
Fran.
Can't remember.
Fran.
Fran? Oh, Fran. Okay.
That's what you called your daughter-in-law. Fran.
Any boating accidents?
Where?
East Jordan, docks,
The docks.
dockside. Was it dock?
Oh, yeah. Fell off the boat.
Slipped off the boat, popped back up.
You should have fell in.
The guy says, "Sir, are you okay?" And you're limping so bad you can't even walk. He said, "I'm fine."
Yeah, okay. Let me get out of here. That's about it, wasn't it?
You said all your favorite memories with your children, but how about memes?
Uh-huh.
That's true. Favorite memories with memes. Sandy.
Shunder.
Favorite memories with me? Well, come on.
Tell him his memories, Sandy.
Hawaii,
Hawaii, that was fun.
Vegas.
How about when you left her at the casino for a couple hours? That's one of my favorite memories.
Hey Dad, where's Mom at?
Mystery spot.
When did I do that? That was here. I can't even remember that.
You thought I went home with one of the girls and you came home.
And you come in about 4 in the morning and said, hey, where's Mom? Is she in bed?
Okay.
I was crying. I don't know where else you were. You left me at the casino.
So that's
Wow.
why I started.
You don't do that.
When I was little, he always watched me. He would feed me mustard sandwiches.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
And
Makes it
sometimes he would slap some bologna on there.
Yeah.
I would get lucky.
At least it wasn't liverwurst.
And then he would always take me on the tractor, and I would fall asleep every time.
Every time worked like a charm.
What's one of your favorite memories of us?
Wow. Well, he was always doing something. I don't know if it was outside with the tractor and the trailer. Favorite memories. They're all good ones.
You have a lot of good memories up north, Dad. You were always happy up north,
Yeah.
making sure that everybody had something to do. And
Did you like your retirement party up there? Was that fun?
Yeah.
Your favorite color?
Blue
What's your favorite song?
song. Sitting on the dock of the bay.
And your favorite movie?
Movie. Jeez. What would that be? That's second hand now. Top Gun. I'm just guessing.
I have a few too, Pa. What's your favorite meal that your mom used to make?
Oh, she was a good cook. My goodness. chicken noodle soup, one of the favorites. And she could cook.
Is that where you got Slumgullion from?
Potato. Huh?
Is that where you got Slumgullion from?
That's something you just added to. Added some more to it, but she never made that. Dad did. Potato soup, chicken noodle soup.
What's your favorite meal that Memes makes?
She's a good cook too. Those chicken tenders she makes, they're awesome. They're good.
What's your least
don't like-
favorite? We all know what it is. What's your least favorite?
Least favorite? Potato soup. Yeah, she tried to
Well, I
make.
thought it was shit on a shingle.
Potato soup, man, you want me to eat potato?
Spoon that stands straight up.
Last question on my.
Better.
Oh, she got better at her potato soup.
Yeah.
Last question on my behalf. How did you propose to Mimi?
Whoa.
Oh. Wanted to be with me.
Did you get down on one knee and all that jazz?
Hell no.
She'd never had a dad, so I lucked out. Her daddy died young.
I have some questions on Nene's since Aunt Renee isn't here.
Yeah.
Hers are basically kind of giggle questions, but she wants to know what your lottery numbers are. That's what she says. She says, "What are your lottery numbers?"
That's what she said?
Yeah.
1226, I guess. 333?
And which one was your favorite child?
Renee. Renee. Did I get that right?
You were 7 years old when you said you seen your first bear up north.
70.
70. 70 won't be that long to see a bear.
There's something you want to see in the next few months. What would you be excited to see or do?
It's a tough one. Just like being here.
Amen.
You talked about memories of Connor. What about memories of Stephen and I?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you would babysit him. You're a good babysitter too, Anna. When Stevie was small. You help a lot.
Pa would go to the schools, and all the teachers, I think, were in love with him because Pa
Free
would go
help.
every day, help
Yeah.
with all the preschool kids.
Stevie.
Yep, he would go with Stevie, and all of them were always commenting on. You could get right down to all the kids. They all called him Papa.
Yeah, you'd be my
Dressed
pop.
up like
From 3
Santa
to
Claus.
5.
My
Yeah.
papa.
Yeah,
He walked through the door dressed as Santa Claus and said, "Ho, ho, ho," and Stevie said, "Papa."
all the St. Vincent's years. You guys did Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Yep.
Pack the
Raccoons
boxes.
I actually just thought of one more quick question. If there was a lesson that you learned in life that you would like to pass on to others, what would that lesson be?
Live and learn.
Be honest and be fair.
I love you
That's
more than
about
life, though, Dad.
I love you too.
We love you, Papa. Anything else you want to add? Nothing?
That's it, thank you.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and then I'll watch them roll away again. Yeah, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay, 'cause I've had nothing to live for, look like nothing's gonna come my way. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time.
You come home and, you know, remember how we always ask for your gum?
Yeah.
Remember your nicotine filled gum? And then we don't want your gum, you come home and you wonder why we start smoking. But obviously, when you come
Dragging
home
them
from
across
work
the
and the
floor.
last thing that you really want to do is walk. What's the song that you sing to Ted Bear?
Ted Bear, turn around.
Take bear, touch the ground.
Touch the ground. Okay, Lila Lou's my girl.
Dave, what would you say when I say, oh my gosh, Dad, look the size of that deer track? Any tracks, boy.
Oh, great tracks. Horns.
Or horns.
Cowboy baby.
Yeah.
Gonna rock this bitch up and down. God, he was nasty. Cammy, don't kick Lila. Last time I went to the casino, I won. Went up and got my own pop. And this waitress was at the bar. She looked like she's having a bad day. So I took a 20 and I said, here. She said, what's that for? I said, it's a tip. I put it in her tip jar. She said, oh my goodness. She said, you don't know how slow it is today. She said, after you did that, I could just cry. She said, it's been slow, terrible today.
Is that that?
It made her day.
So you pay it forward at work.
That's,
Yeah, paying it forward.